by Inside the NBA. It's 9 p.m. Eastern Time tonight, the NBA on TNT. Trouble, turn 2, Mike Skinner, and more. Spencer spinning, Buckshot Jones is in it.
These are the guys, too, that needed to race their way in.
You heard him back off the throttle, and just after he backed off the throttle, you heard the tire start hitting the fender. And looks like that Kenny Wallace gets in the back of.
Yeah, you know, though, Benny, I saw some smoke from Brett's car before Kenny hit him.
First, yeah, it looked like.
Because that's when it's going to be most critical.
Trouble. Mike Skinner, Shauna Robinson off turn 2. Caution is out.
Okay, now about that pit strategy.
Oh, that's going to make it interesting, isn't it?
Yep. Oh, man, oh, man.
That completely changes things.
Jeff Gordon and the Kevin Harvick make contact going down in turn 1.
And there we were talking about throwing the block, and that looks like what happened.
And the first 4 or 5 cars get through, and then about the 7th or 8th, I don't know, about the wherever the 43 car of Andretti, that was the next car to hit. And after that, there's no place for anyone to go.
That's right, the track just becomes completely blocked. Down on top of Jeff. Jeff just didn't give.
Or if he tried to get out, he didn't get out in time.
Yeah.
One of the two.
Andretti, a hard lick.
Oh, wow.
You know, same thing happened in the qualifying race between Tony Stewart.
Is that Schrader caught up in it too? Schrader got a piece of it.
Folks, just watch this and listen as you're part of the big one.
Jimmy Johnson's car loose or what? Does he have a almost looks like he's got a tire going down?
Johnson hits Jeff Green. He's in the grass.
I think he had a tire going down there.
If he didn't, he does.
Keeps it off the wall.
Last time. Looks like, you remember I talked about earlier when the cars get real close to each other in the banking, it makes the car on the bottom loose, and I think that's what happened to Robbie Gordon, PP. He got up there beside Rusty Wallace. There was not enough air on the back of that car to push the car into the racetrack. Lost downforce. Gordon's got to be careful that Sterling Marlin doesn't lay back and get a run on him on the back straightaway.
Are you ready? Green flag, green flag.
If they don't get by Jeff Gordon before they come around the next time, they will not pass it. And Michael
Waltrip. Jeff Green is involved.
Jeff Gordon spinning down the inside.
Gordon is in the grass. They're racing for the lead at the head of the pack, double wide.
Kind of all bottled up there. Got into Schrader. I don't know if Schrader hit that inside wall or not. Can't tell.
And what happens here, Darrell? Smoke. Even the spotter can't help you right here.
What caused that is off of 2 over there. He had to pedal the car. Casey did.
177.
Whoa, yeah, he got into the side of Spencer's car. Turns it around right in front of Nemechek. Here comes Mike Wallace. Gosh, who was that? It went right through the middle of it.
Everybody?
That's the rest of the field. Mike coming up off of turn 2 here. Everything looks to be okay all by itself. And then, hello.
Now Hamilton was by himself.
There's nobody around
the field.
You know, and look how far behind the field he was. It almost makes you think he was starting to experience a problem.
I think
Maybe
he
a flat tire.
A flat tire probably there, and he was slowing down and just didn't get slowed down enough. Well, he's down there. He's down there. Oh, yeah, he just lost it. I don't see anybody helping that, making that happen except the guy behind the wheel.
The car a little bit loose, and Jimmy Johnson was coming up on the back of him, makes it a little looser, takes that rear downforce away, and she comes around. And
I think he gets a little nerve here. I'm not sure.
I think he got a pretty good size. Well, he actually got loose right there coming off turn 4.
Well, what happened? He got loose. Probably had to get up out of the throttle, and I'd have to say that
I said Jerry Nadeau. Actually, what we saw from the in-car camera on Robbie Gordon was Nadeau getting into Gordon.
Yeah.
As Gordon got
off, he starts to get up there and got up high in the loose stuff, lost it. Got the hospital wobble in her right there.
Boy,
Bam.
there's the points leader, Sterling Martin, the 40 car right below him right there.
That's a hard lick, guys.
Yes, it was.
of Andretti.
Over in turn 2.
Ooh.
Just gets loose.
43.
43.
And then tips Nadeau to the wall.
Bill must be coming along here in the smoke. Can't see.
There he is. Just flashing past on the outside.
Yeah.
Back to the inside.
Jerry Nadeau, he got up against the wall.
Torn up on the right side. He goes down here underneath him. It's hard to stay underneath the guy. You just got to have that. You need that room to slide up. Compton didn't give it to him, and he didn't do anything wrong. Not that Compton did anything wrong, but you've got to go in there low. You got to have room to slide up.
There's another look.
And trust me, folks, these guys, they're not driving into the side of each other on purpose. It's just the nature of this racetrack.
Knowledge. You got to know when you can put that nose up there.
Pick it up there in progress as Busch went spinning back down to the track apron, and there Bodine tags Hut Strickland, who had checked up.
Daryl, I'm not a big speculator. This is one of the worst places in the world coming on the pit road. I just wonder if Kurt Busch was trying to get on the pit road and that entrance snuck up on him.
Yeah.
Going low.
Buckshot got in trouble.
He was sideways off turn 2, got loose, and Tony Stewart just came up on him so fast, nowhere to go. There's where Jeff Gordon got the damage. Sterling Marlin gets through, and Bill Elliott gets through.
Oh,
and there's the hit.
Goodness.
Spencer just pile drove Stewart's car. There you see Ward Burton get caught up in it, and a host of cars on the outside.
There's Steve Park right behind him, and Steve Park, yikes.
A little aggressive getting that corner.
A little early to be. Bad place to give a guy a little shove. Here comes Stacy. He runs out of room. He gets into the side of Ryan Newman's car, and rather than to run over Newman, he spins her out.
You've knocked the left front fender in. That's probably a lot of the problem.
Oh, he wrecks all the way down that back straightaway.
Got a little bit of help from Bobby Hamilton, 55 car, up the racetrack. And Daryl, I think we'll see here, I think Dale Jarrett anticipated he was going to slide down the racetrack, and he didn't.
Yeah, he got more damage than I thought. Under there, just didn't quite have enough room. And that's one of those things that you don't know. The guy on the leading doesn't know if the guy on the inside is going to go on or if he's going to give him a break.
And it's happening so fast. It's such a short distance from off of 4.
There he is. Well, he kind of took a dive down underneath the 44 car there. Looked like he ran that corner a little bit hard, pinched it down, and it came around.
And sometimes you stick that left front tire down on that apron, it'll make that car loose. It takes the wedge out of the car.
Guarantee you.
Let's show you what happened going off into the corner.
Well, once again, the guy on the inside, he just gets in there and gets into the guy on the outside. It's just classic Bristol. That's why I always ran that little mirror on my left corner right there, on my left row bar. I always like to know whose nose was sticking in there.
Lock them down, lock them down. All right.
Going down the backstretch right here. Jeff Burton in the 99 just drove her in there and got into the left rear of Ryan Newman. Dale Jarrett just trying to avoid it, spins the car but gets into Newman.
It's probably mostly cosmetic on the 88 car.
Well, that is the second great piece of luck for Robbie. It happened in the backstretch. Somebody got in the back of Elliott Sadler. I believe it was Kyle Petty.
A lot of times that left front corner, that's where you run your oil cooler, and he broke the oil cooler.
Acting, there's all the smoke ahead, and he gets into the back of Robbie Gordon. And around Gordon goes.
There's hardly any single car accidents. Oh, he just gets around there, Park does.
And then Compton spins to miss him.
Of course, Stacy's already been, he's had trouble. So car probably not driving exactly like he'd like for it to.
Ow. Cut tire, concrete.
Yes, it was. And they run an inner safety liner only on the right side here in Bristol. A tire within a tire.
Now, I tell you who could be a problem for everybody. John Robson down the inside there. Whoop.
Ooh, she was pretty well up the racetrack.
Yeah. That's unfortunate for DJ.
And you know, Darrell, that's what I hate about making a pit stop later on in a caution is putting yourself at the back of the pack and giving up that track position and putting you back there where things tend to tip of the front valence. The Chevrolet was the shortest at 99 inches.
And in trouble is Busch. He had a tire going down.
Caution is out. Caution is out.
Boy, that's together right there. So I wouldn't be mad at Mike Skinner. Kenny Wallace was probably laying out thinking that Mike was going to dive under him. They just come together. Or even knock it off the rim, and that looked like, I didn't see any contact. Did you, Larry?
Didn't see it there at the end of that replay right there, but he hits the left front pretty hard on the wall.
The last lap of that Busch race, trying to get back to the flag.
Here comes Spencer. Look, he's coming, and all of a sudden Tony stops. That means Jeff's got to turn to keep running into Tony.
You're right.
And Jimmy ran into him. I call that cruise control.
2-second lead.
Whoa, here we go.
Oh, deja vu.
Whoa, Matt Kenseth just gets underneath Jimmy Spencer.
What a deal. And Dale Jarrett, is it going to be a caution? Yeah, got to be a caution.
Is on the speedway.
Dale Jarrett goes back.
Here, right there.
It's Kurt Busch in the 97.
Got into the 44, and he's just sitting there. But what happens, Benson?
Ooh.
Benson was up high when he come to the corner, and he couldn't get down.
I mean, there's a big traffic jam right after a restart. Cars too wide all the way through there.
Bud Strickland was into the back of the 77, which shoved him up into the back of the 55.
Nowhere for Kyle Petty in the 45 to go.
Uh-oh, Kyle caught up. The field accordion's back.
Whoa, man.
Trouble, Stewart in the wall.
Here we go. Here we go.
Robbie Gordonson at the 33. Harvick is around.
Here we go, guys.
The big one.
It's a matter of time.
At least 20 cars.
At least.
The way this started, Kyle Petty got
trying to get in the pits, and or somebody was it? There we go.
Almost like maybe Kevin Harvick was slowing down trying to get in the pits. 29 car.
Oh, that's it. I'm telling you, that is
a brutal hit.
It is.
Kyle Petty just squeezes through there, has to go to pit road to take evasive action. So does Jeff Gordon.
That 1981 Mustang getting the competition single. Steve getting to the stripe with a 468 with a 9 and big problems at the top end of the racetrack. Steve Skokin in the Mustang having an incident at the top end of the racetrack. We need everybody to clear out of the way so we can get the safety team and starting line crew to the top end.
Oh, he just spins coming off that corner. I tell you, that is easy to do, Dick.
Boy, Dale Jarrett in 88 car, he drove that thing in there. And it gets into John Andretti, and he hit the outside wall.
And there goes
Bobby Labonte.
And Hut Strickland misses it.
Gets by. Wow.
Just opens that door. I mean, you know, he's a little wide going into one, and that gives Robbie room to get down under him. And, you know, it's kind of a give and take thing.
Ryan Newman.
Everybody on the lead lap.
Man. Oh. Boy, Kimmel's car really took a hard lick. Slicker shot up that hill.
Saw one like that here. Well, here's Dick Berger.
Yeah, there's an opening right there. He thinks he can get down right there, but Jeff Burton didn't know. I don't think he knew that what was going on with Rusty. He was going to dive to the inside, and here come the 7 car. They collided, and the rest is
just got up out of that groove, Darrell.
Nowhere to go.
No grip.
Now, up until they sealed this racetrack, people were making great passes up on the outside like that.
You could even run higher than that.
You could go off
and put a lap down. He's got a problem. He's got another
run.
He run hard into the outside wall.
No.
Our leader.
Here comes the land rush back to the caution flag.
Oh.
Whoa, look, is that a little bump?
I believe it was, and I don't think that Mr. Spencer's going to appreciate that. Now, remember what
Whoa!
Oh, no, there he goes around.
Oh, he's going to hit the wall. Ryan Newman takes the lead. Caution is out.
Uh-oh, look out, Rusty. Look out, Rusty. Clear low. Come on, guys.
Calm on the radio, surprisingly calm. When asked what happened, he said, well, he said,
Big
crash on the racetrack.
Huge on the back.
Rusty Wallace.
Point leader. Point leader.
Nobody get laughed back. All this started because the 11 car got in Jimmy Spencer.
He may be going up to let Kenny know just how unhappy he is.
Well, Schrader went in the corner outside of Blaney, and Skinner was up outside of Schrader.
About 2 weeks ago. He's getting off into turn 1 and 2.
Oh, he just drove it in there, and the back end started stepping out on him before he ever got to the middle of the corner.
Arrow denotes a driver who will move up. Crash, turn 2. Sideways, is that Steve Park? Park.
I don't know if he's hit anything yet or not. I don't think he has.
Caution is out. Caution. He's got a problem of some kind.
Oh,
he was
and Ward,
trying to let him know.
Ward Burton just got into the back of him. He couldn't. Here comes Dale Jarrett.
Nowhere for
55.
Bobby Hamilton to go into 55.
Rusty got into the back of DJ.
And Dale Earnhardt Jr. in an 8 car down on the apron, that he escapes another.
I'm telling you. There goes Park.
Darrell, when it happens that fast.
Car.
What happens to Sadler here? Well, there he goes.
Looks like he got in just way too high.
And that's what I saw. When I looked up, he was high already on the outside going around, looked like. Don't think he got any help. Patient.
Well,
and he gets a run. Oh, yeah.
Oh.
That's a run. The problem is somebody was in front of him. That's called a run into someone.
That's giving him the goodbye look.
Now he's going to get 3 wide. Oh, there we go. That's Jeremy Mayfield, a 19 car. That crowd right there has been, they've been wanting to wreck. Caution is out. Somebody in that crowd wanted to wreck. I don't know who. And it's coming out from under it, and all of a sudden it gets on the hind tires there, the back tires, I'm sorry. Junior always said hind tires. He just spun in his own oil. Yep, and everybody did a pretty darn good job. Watch this 4 car come sliding by here. Woo! This car is actually owned by Derek. Yeah, well, that's pretty indicative of a right front tire. Plus, you can see the fender over there was already blown up as he went down into the corner, so tires come apart. And they are. Let me tell you, if Dale Jarrett hadn't drawn up, he wouldn't have made it. I guarantee he drew up in the seat. And Jeremy, of course, was involved in an accident earlier back in the race, and he's out there.
Oh, boy, he just, you know, Joe was going down out on the outside there, and it'd have been good if Todd had kind of given him a line. Looks like Todd was up out of the groove just a little bit. Out there, and he couldn't go high. The one's down low, and he just was in a box.
And I'm sure he was anticipating both these cars were going to slide. I mean, the straightaway's banked 9 degrees. Normally, everybody slides down.
From Elliott Sadler.
There he goes. Bam, right there.
When you blow a right front tire,
baby, that hurts.
You turn the wheel all you want, it's going to go straight.
He and I believe it's Todd Bodine, or
there it goes.
Trouble. Hard in the wall goes Mike Wallace. Scoots across into the grass, and half the field goes to pit road to take evasive action as the caution flag flies. Jeff Gordon in 32nd place. One lap.
Whoa, there you go. Jarrett. This is it, guys.
Jarrett, Nemechek, Jeff Burton, Mike Skinner.
It's
One
over.
car hard up into the wall, joined by another.
And they just keep wrecking.
And the hits keep on coming.
And the big hit was Joe Nemechek. Brett Bodine on fire.
Left rear tire, and it's going to spin off the corner over here. There it goes. Caught the side of the 21. There went to 29. Oh, that 19 just squeezed through.
There's a lot of cars that just squeezed by right there. Of course, Dave Blaney, the 77's one that did not.
Penalized the lap for pitting over the line in his pit box. Then the most recent caution, it's Elliott Sadler looping around off turn 4.
The one here, and you can see the car got real loose on him. Got up in the marbles. There again, the wall.
Left one is flat now. I don't know.
Hoping for their first one today. Dave. Marty. Jimmy Johnson. Oh, Kyle's into the wall. And he just got out of the groove like we've seen, Benny. And as soon as you get out of the groove.
Wall before. One more shot. All you got to do is get the right side outside those white dots, that white line. It will not.
See exactly what happened. Well, that's inconclusive. The crash had already started. Now, what caused it to start? I see Ted Musgrave going by, Bobby Hamilton, the 55 car.
He just booted him out of the way. Wow, that's not good. Yeah. Just loose getting right through that corner there, BP. He just got loose getting in.
It goes up, hits the outside wall. Boom.
And then it really comes across and hits the inside wall, probably harder than he hit the outside, it seems like. Bang. Wow. This is turn one. Casey looks like he got in there underneath the 8-car. Earnhardt looks like maybe lost a little of the air on the spoiler, and that happens here when you're running real close to another car. You're down on the inside, you lose the air on your car, which makes you loose.
Now, Kenseth is going to try to go on the inside.
Oh, not enough.
Kenseth, around he goes. He's going to get stuck. He's going to get stuck.
But he did have the nose to the door. And there's the yellow.
Joe Nemechek, the 25 car. We saw Kenseth get stuck in the gravel, so Joe saw that. Okay, I'm going to drive through this thing. Whoops, I got to steer it back. All right, keep driving. I'm through the gravel. All right, I'm going to make it through the gravel. Oh, no, there's a wall. Boom. Man, oh, man, he locked up those rear brakes.
They locked it by themselves.
Really?
Oh, off the ground. No brakes at all coming in there.
Man, man.
Still nicer to hit the nose bone than. It's far right of the screen. No, he just got loose. Just got the car loose.
And probably right there when that car, yes, right there when the car started straight ahead, I think that's when that fender went down, or valence went down and touched the. Yeah, that's the shot I was looking at. Looked like they ran him right behind Todd and had to jump off the throttle quickly. And when you jump off the accelerator on these things quickly, the car will spin on you.
Let me ask you something. Just watching the front end of that car jump, these soft springs that everybody's running contribute to unstabilizing that car?
I thought he was all alone coming off the corner.
Something. You see that puff of smoke come out the back? Right before he spun, there was a puff of smoke to come out the back.
All the damage from the back, and it's
from, yeah.
Man, that was so slight a touch, wasn't it?
Yep.
But
that was going in.
Doesn't? Yeah, that's right. Going in the corner.
You can't get a guy in the back end there. To me, it looks like he gets a little bit sideways getting off a 2. And he kind of came down the track because he was trying to save the car, and I think he got into Elliott. I know that's probably not what Elliott thinks happened, but that's what it looked like from here.
That was 3 times.
Oh, we got trouble with
Jeremy
Mayfield.
Mayfield.
Right at the head of the...
Dale Jarrett, Jeff Burton.
And a host of cars.
Jeff up there on the outside, and Ricky Craven got in the wall, and man, Jeff just ran in the back of him.
When that 44 car turned left out from behind the 32, I don't even think that Jeff Green had an idea that Craven was slowing.
That's Strickland going down the corner. Man.
That was pretty rough.
Yeah, it was a pretty hard hit. I mean, it did a lot of damage to Jeremy's car even.
That's a left rear, left front.
Mark Martin got a piece
He
of
hit the wall
going by.
awfully hard here at Bristol. A half-mile racetrack, but man.
Mike Skinner and the 7 car, Casey Atwood. Man. Make a little contact.
Looked like a lot of contact.
Peter. Oh! And Jimmy Johnson gets turned right in the front of Mark Martin. John Andretti in the crash.
Gordon just got bumped.
Jeff Gordon just got, I don't know how much damage. And all of a sudden, all the cars are too wide, and there he comes, and in the wall. Boom. Now, here's what I think might have happened to Elliott. Let's go on.
There's the 88 car to his inside, to Terry's inside. Oh, trouble. Hard into the wall.
Oh,
two more behind him.
Jimmy Spencer.
And the point leader, Sterling Marlin. Jeff Burton, Spencer, and Sterling Marlin are all crashed.
Tony Stewart. And somehow the 26 car of Todd Bodine makes contact with the 5 of Terry Labonte. Look at all these cars coming down pit road. Oh, some contact. Oh, and the 15 to the leader. Now these guys going to get a lap back.
Oh, big crash.
That was those water barrels.
22 cars on the lead lap.
Whoa, trouble in the straightaway.
Casey Atwood, 25th place, a lap down.
And no caution flag. No caution flag yet.
By himself again.
Yep.
A lot of guys are getting loose here.
Right in front of the leader. And that's why he got such a jump on the 12 car. When he spun, the 12 car jumped on the brakes and allowed the 17 car to get in front of him.
We watch here. Yeah, he bounced off the wall. Definitely turned down into Ward. That traffic we were talking about. See John Andretti down on the bottom of Todd Bodine. I couldn't tell if there's any contact there or not.
Didn't look like it.
Well, I might disagree with you there.
See some damage to the rear of Andretti's car as well. I think Jeff Gordon got in the back of John Andretti's car. But we'll be able to see this a time or two again. And you're right, well, there they are, side by side. And, oh, I see. Kyle Petty gets the back of him.
But I think he had, is that Morgan? I think Morgan had to back out of the throttle because he got loose. And when because he was there again, he had a car right on his right rear fender, and I think he got a little bit loose, and he got out of the throttle a little bit.
That's what we talked about. Get the car on the outside, you just get loose, and around it goes. Ooh, heavy contact.
At least he hit it with the left front corner of the car instead of watching from this angle. Watch the 40 car. The 40 car slowed up there at turn 2. I wonder if, well, I think he slowed up like Benny said because he was all over the 14 car.
I think the 14 car was why that he slowed up.
I'm sorry, I meant the 48 car. Jimmy Johnson was just in front of them, and he way woed up in turn 2 also. Benson under Spencer.
Yeah, Benson looked like he slid up the racetrack and caught the left rear of Jimmy Spencer, and then everybody else, or a few of them, didn't have anywhere to go. Looked like Johnny was chasing up the racetrack a little bit, and unfortunately Spencer was there.
Talking about?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Definitely a tire went down.
And Michael McSwain just saw that replay and said, yeah, I would say he blew a tire.
What a mess. Here's the first look at it again where you just see Hermie Sadler.
And around it goes.
Got behind on his steering.
Got behind and spun, and Marsville didn't hit anything.
Yes, help.
And that would be that 7 car you were just speaking of.
The aforementioned.
Yeah, and see, there was the leader right there. Rusty just came through.
With Bill, and I will effort to find that for you, but just wanted to know how much he'd done the last time in terms of speed.
I got you.
Well, let's tell you.
Yeah,
he got hit.
We just saw it.
See if we can see what happened. They come off the corner and...
Yeah, I don't know if somebody got in the back or not, BP. I think you're right. It looks like he got loose off of there. I don't see any marks on that back bumper.
Do now.
But I'm sure they'll give us a better replay to look at.
Ooh, Wally issues the challenge.
All right.
There may have been a little contact there.
Got some help.
Hard to say. There seemed to be space between Michael Waltrip and Bobby Hamilton, but...
All right, every
deal. There he is.
He's got a...
Oh, he's got...
I don't know what the heck that
what was it?
Did he get...
Evidently
run into?
Evidently, someone ran into him in the back of him somewhere back off turn 2, and he was still trying to get the thing back under control. Oh, the right front tire's flat.
before or after? Or...
Yeah, that's a... Yeah, why not?
Yeah.
31 car of Robbie Gordon was trying to go by Wimmer on the outside, made contact.
Oh, look at Tony sneak through there.
Oh, man.
A lot of those guys snuck through.
Even though they all came in under green a little while ago, most of the leaders all coming back in now, Dave.
Watch that. Here he comes.
Wow. Maybe a little nudge from the 40 car.
Yeah, looks like Jamie McMurray might have gotten into him back in the middle of the corner.
Winston Cup Championship in the season's final race. Wet green just after 1 Eastern time, just into the race. Dave Blaney started 25th, but crashed to bite him when 4 laps later the caution came out for this hard crash. Jimmy Spencer, who had been riding as high as 2nd in the standings, okay after that fiery exit from the race, but it trapped Tony Stewart a lap.